guys, it's coffee time. Got my got rum mug, of which my daddy has a matching one. We got them at the beach one time. My dad and I try to take a beach trip or a trip of some sort every year, and there's a place called Flamingo Gyms, and they have the weirdest stuff that should not matter at all ever. And pretty much every time we go there, like, I'll pick up a few things and then I'll put them back. And then I'll pick up another couple of things and then I'll put them back. And so eventually, my dad started doing this thing where every time we go to Flamingo Gyms, he hands me a 20 and goes, spend all of this. Just buy stuff that makes no sense, get things that are weird, have fun. And I said, okay. And I typically don't spend all of it anyway, still. But yeah, and like, the reason that we typically go there is because they have really cool concrete statues, like, for your garden and things like that. And we love those. Like, we used to have a bunch of gnomes and, just the generic stuff. And now we're starting to get more, like, animals and things that we put out there. And that's kind of fun. We have, like, a little like, baby deer that's right at the end of our driveway. And people are always like, oh, it's fake. It's good times. But, oh, I need to remember to make a pop filter. Don't let me forget. All of you, write in the comment, make a pop filter. But yeah, those trips were always super fun. And they always had, like, at Flamingo Gyms, they always had, like, a huge section that was just jewelry. And then they would have an entire shelf that was, like, mugs that made no sense. And then they would have a bunch of flags there, and I don't know. It was such a weird, just, like, kitschy, like, curiosity store. And an entire section of it was clothes, but no one was ever over there. Everybody always just wanted the weird stuff like this. And then they'd be like, oh, there's sweatshirts over there, I guess. Whatever. But for some reason, that place is like holds a special place in my heart. Like, I just love it so much. It was such a cool place. What was another place that we used to go? Oh, there was is that in Lincoln City? There's a place called the Pelican Pub. That place has good food, and it's, like, right next to the water. So you drive up and you're like, the beach, and then you walk in, you're like, great food, and then you walk out again and you go, the beach. It's just so many good things all at once. I'm not even a big beach person, but I don't know, there's like a feeling when you associate it with something that has to do with your childhood. There's a good feeling about it, even though I would much rather, like, go up to the mountain and snowboard than, like, go to the beach for myself. When it comes to going on a trip, like, with my dad, because we've always gone to the beach together, I would much rather go to the beach with him, if that makes sense. But yeah, Pelican Pub, we always stole their coasters. So we have, like, a bunch of Pelican Pub coasters and stuff, and I think at one point we even, like, got really weird and bought shirts. So we all have Pelican Pub shirts. I don't know if I still have mine. I went through a great t-shirt purge at one point because I have and had so many of them. Like, I had, my most of you probably don't have this problem. I have too many shirts. So so in my like, dressers, it was, okay, I have one drawer that's pants, one drawer that's shirts, and then one drawer that was t-shirts. And the t-shirts drawer was, like, overflowing, and then the drawer of shirts that should have, like, mattered more was not quite as overflowing. So there was a point where I went, I should really go through these, and, like, the ones that I have, like, really fond memories for, or that I kept because, they're from my childhood for some reason, I'll put them in storage, but they shouldn't be just in my drawer. So, yay, good times. Yeah, that's, yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anywhere else that we used to go? Since I'm on this subject, I might as well just make this entire coffee time about beach trips. I can't remember. I feel like there were more places that we went, but those are the two places that, like, stick out in my mind a lot as places that I really loved to go to on the Oregon coast. Oregon is such a cool place because I'm biased. I grew up there. But Oregon is really cool because it's one of the only states where pretty much any type of weather that you want, you can go somewhere in Oregon and get it. Like, we have the beach, we have the mountains, we have the valleys that are mostly, like, rural farmland. We have, like, okay, okay size of cities. Like Portland is a decently sized city and not too overwhelming. We have like desert areas. Like I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. And over 300 days of rain. Things I love about Oregon, but it's not that way everywhere in Oregon. It's mostly that way just like in the valley area, like the area where I'm from. I miss Oregon. It's really like sunny and hot today, so I'm like just like threw a big old fit and threw on a sweater and went, I'm gonna wear this anyway, son. I'm not gonna go outside all day. What? I'm gonna play video games. Like a really useful person. Make videos and drink coffee. I don't need you. I'm getting way off track. But yeah, the beach is pretty cool. If any of you are ever in the Northwest area, you should definitely go to the coast because the coast is just like gorgeous. And what is that place? I think there's a city that's actually called Ocean Beaches, but I'm gonna look it up. Ocean Beaches, Oregon. Is that what it's called? No, I don't think so. My dad's gonna be like, I know what it's called. There's an area that's like way out in the middle of nowhere on the coast where really rich people go and buy these gigantic houses. And they all live together in a weird little oceanside community. So you drive up the coast long enough and suddenly you're in this place that I'm remembering as being called Ocean Beaches, but Google isn't giving me anything, so I'm going to assume that that's not exactly what it's called. But it's so bizarre. You go there and it's like all of these like quaint little houses, and then like up on the actual hill, which is like a really dangerous place to actually put your houses, are all of these huge houses. And it's like gorgeous. And I don't know, it's so tiny and like there's this weird like community feel, but at the same time it feels like a place where if you stay there you might get murdered and no one would know. I don't know, I really want to go back there. After saying that, I really want to go back and see what it's really like, because we only stayed there for a little bit, but my dad said that he almost bought a place there. And we like walked around and he was like, that was the place. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool little place. Yeah, he apparently almost bought it. My mom has really bad allergies, so my parents have always looked at beach places because when you're next to the water, it helps with allergy reactions. So they were considering that we live in an area where pretty much everything that you could possibly be allergic to is around. My mom has had allergy problems for so long. They've gone away quite a bit in the last couple of years. She's done a lot better than she has before, but they've always looked at oceanside places and also places in California because her dad, my papa, and her twin sister live in California, which is where I am now, and I keep being like, I should visit you guys, but you're like 6 hours away. The joys of living in a state that is the size of a country. All of our states are the sizes of countries, like some country that's out there, which is really weird. Feels like we shouldn't be just one country because it's just like this huge conglomeration of so many different things. Weird. America. Weird. But yeah, good times at the beach. Good times with childhood and things. Hopefully my dad and I will get to take a trip this year somehow. We'll see. But yeah, so that's my story. Hope you enjoyed my story. Thanks for hanging around and listening to me talk about things. For those of you who came to my second live stream, thank you. It was super fun. I had a lot of fun. A lot. And hopefully I will find this missing cable for the HD PVR, and then I can maybe start streaming and recording console games. Oh, how cool would that be? That would be so cool. So yeah, that's basically all the news I have, all the stories I have, all the news I have. I'm all tapped out, so have a great weekend, because it's Saturday, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow, but you never know. You never know. Maybe this moment right here is very important for some reason, so Have a great weekend. All right, bye bye.